A preview of what's to come.
Too bad. I'm gonna do it. Screw it. Screw it, boys. We're going all in. This is incredible.
Let's just get on with it.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. Today, we're taking a trip back down my roots. Today, we're playing Sakura Succubus. And imagine that, I'm playing another Sakura game. It's been forever since I last did that. And that's what made my channel come to life. Another Sakura game. So screw it. Why not record another one? So this is actually part 1 out of a 4-part series. So as soon as we finish this one, we gotta get on to the second Sakura Succubus. And so on, so on. So I'm gonna stop talking and start walking. What in the goddamn... So her name is Ayu or something, I don't know. English is hard, everybody. Or she's not even, this isn't even English.
Alright everybody, are you having a good time?
Yeah! Insert sound effect.
Hearing that makes me super happy. Thank you for continued support from the bottom of my heart. This concert hall is really amazing, isn't it? I can't believe I was invited to perform in such an incredible venue.
It's what you deserve, Ayu. We love you, Ayu. We'll always support you. Jesus, my voice is... Ayu.
Wow, you all sound so passionate. I'm touched that you all care so much about old me. You know, when I first started out, I was an underground idol. I didn't have many fans, and performing on a big stage like this was nothing more than an impossible dream. I used to cover anime songs in the streets. I worked hard to memorize the lyrics and the dance steps, but I was just a novice, and I messed up a lot. I never thought I'd come this far. Sometimes I thought about giving up. But I knew that I would be spitting in the faces of all you wonderful people who cheered me on even when I was at my lowest. Ayu never gives up. You're strong, Ayu. Keep fighting. You can do it. You can do anything. I'm changing these voices all that random. We love you, Ayu. Thank you, everybody, so very much. When I was still just a beginner, I knew I couldn't afford to make a single fan of mine for granted. Your love and affection meant the world to me. You cheered me on, so I knew I had to keep going. I didn't ever let any of you down. And if I did that, I wouldn't be able to call myself an idol ever again. My path was a hard one, but I never gave up. I devoted my life, my very soul, to the pursuit of being an idol. And now, I've finally made it! I'm standing on this huge stage in front of thousands and thousands of people, and I've never felt more humbled in my life. You guys are my light, my everything, and my love. My heart belongs to every single one of you. And so, I'm gonna dedicate this next song to you. This is my latest latest single. Overflowing Feelings. Let's go! Alright, this is what we're waiting for. This is such a hype song. Well, I'm getting the goosebumps already. I can't believe Ayu loves us so much. She's not like all the other idols out there. She really does value her fans. She's so pure and beautiful. I just can't get enough of her cute smile. This gonna sound weird as fuck. I'll support you to the end of time, Ayu, for you forever. You're the... wow. You're the only RL3D girl for me. Ayu. Yeah, that's right. Ayu. Jeez, what am I doing with my life? Hiroki? Is that my name? I stare at the stage, my hands jammed in my pockets. As the lights dim, the crowd falls quiet. It's so silent you can hear a pin drop. If I was crazy about Ayu as some sort of these other fans, I'd probably consider how immersive privilege it to even stand in the same room as she is. No matter how far I am away from the stage. I'm sure for some guys here, this is the happiest night for their lives. A middle-aged man sitting next to me is actually crying. Some die-hard Ayu fans are acting like this concert is a religious experience. And I guess I can't fall for them. Ridiculously, though, it seems to me. Guards aren't so difficult from idols. Part of me wishes I could join in the hype, but this really isn't my scene. I'm pretty anxious, too.
When my boss finds out what happened today, he's going to kill me. If only the trains hadn't been delayed. Then I wouldn't have gotten here on time, and I would have made it to the front of the crowd like I was ordered to. I brought my camera equipment with me, but I can hardly set up now. I'm hemmed by dozens of men, all wearing IU shirts holding glow sticks. There's barely enough room to swing around a cat, let alone a huge, wild, large industrial standard camera. This might be one of the worst nights of my life. This concert hall is huge, but it's not enough to accommodate all of IU's fans. She's way too popular. I stood through about 15 different tracks so far, and my ears still ringing from the crowd's yelling and IU's adorable vocals. I don't think I could take much more of this. I hope this is the last song. Slowly, almost menacingly, the background music of IU's latest song, begins to build. It grows louder and louder until I can feel it reverberating through the ground. It's so loud. My teeth begin to chatter. My whole body trembles with nervous energy. If I have to sing this, this is garbage. Lights burst upon the stage like fireworks, once more revealing IU's perfect body. The crowd, as expected, goes nuts. IU. English. There, thumbnail material right there. IU strikes a pose as she holds out one arm as if beckoning the crowd while the other hand curls her microphone. IU's gaze sweeps across the sea of glow sticks spread out before her. She smiles sweetly, as though it was thanking each and every one of her fans. For a moment, her eyes seem to catch mine. Her gaze lingers, like hot coals upon me. I feel my skin prickle. As she picked me out of the crowd, does she even know I'm alive? I'm surrounded by so many people, it's doubtful she could even see me. I'm not even one of IU's fans. I'm not at this concert because I love her music. I'll be perfectly honest. I actually think her high-pitched voice is annoying. Does IU know this? Is that why she's looking at me? Suddenly, I feel exposed. I'm not like all the other men here. I'm just a filthy imposter. I shouldn't be in here at all. Yep, I'm definitely sus. Bright lights hurt my eyes. I wince. All the while, IU continues to hold my gaze. She stares at me, her eyes large and all-consuming. Then she begins to sing. Good, I don't have to sing. Imagine that. That would have been an awful experience. Well, this is just great. Now what am I going to do? I kick at a loose pebble on the sidewalk. It skitters away, bouncing handful of times before it's swallowed by the darkness. The street is dark, illuminated by only a few street lamps. It's cold, too. I shudder. I'm not sure what time it is. IU's concert finished around 21:30, but then there was a handshake event I had to go to. I attended on one the off chance I might be able to get a brief word with the famous IU and a couple of photos, but it wasn't to be. I waited in line to shake IU's holy hand for well over an hour. I was at the front of the queue when the handshake event ended, and those who were unfortunate not enough to meet our idol face to face were told to screw off by a security guard. Well, he didn't quite say it in those terms. There were more apologies involved, but that's what it boiled down to. Sorry, it's getting late, and IU has a busy schedule. We need to cut this handshake event short for now. I apologize to both of you who are unable to see IU. Please support her during her next concert. You'll get another chance to see her then. And with that, we were all dismissed. My camera equipment weighs heavy in my bag looped around my shoulder, and I wish I had a chance to actually use any of it. If only the trains hadn't been delayed. If only... It's not my fault I got the concert late. There were delays, and it couldn't be helped. Try explaining that to my boss on Monday, though. I don't know who'll pin the blame on this debacle squarely upon my skinny shoulders. It's easier to chew me out than the whole rail company. I seem to be sighing a lot lately. I think it must be stress. That or a critical lack of sleep. Who knew being a photographer could be such hard work? It's almost midnight on a Saturday. It won't be my first time my boss has me make work during the weekends. And certainly won't be the last. I came all the way out here so I could take pics of IU's latest concert, but I didn't get a single snapshot. What a waste of time. I yawn, pressing my hand against my gaping mouth. Since it's late, I should probably head home. I feel exhausted and I have something of a headache. Curling up in the bed and resting my head on a nice soft pillow sounds like heaven right about now. But it's rare that I come to this part of Tokyo, and part of me is craving a drink. There's a lot of nice high-class bars around this area, and I sure could use a pick-me-up. If I dally too long, the trains will stop running. Then I need to spend the night in the hotel. That sounds like a pain. But I can cross that bridge when I get to it. Somewhat cheered by my plan, I turn neatly on my heels. There's a pretty nice bar around here, only a short walk away. My aching legs could use some exercise, and the insistent wind helps bring some color to my cheeks. English is hard. I've not gone more than a handful of steps, however, when I pause. There's a lone woman crossing the street parallel to me, walking the opposite direction. It's IU, dude. It's freaking ugh. Her head is low, her features obscured by the dark, but something about her looks familiar. Really, her... Oh my lord, dude. Don't be dense. Her hair is a light orange-brown color, and it's tied back into two cute twin tails. These twin tails stream behind her like banners as she walks, fluttering in the breeze. I recognize the hair anyway if I hadn't seen it illuminated by the bright lights of a stage an hour ago. It's IU. No way. I wonder why she's walking nighttime Tokyo streets alone. Since she's a famous idol, shouldn't she be chaperoned by at least a dozen bodyguards? This doesn't make any sense. There's no reason why IU would be out at a time like this. Maybe this woman isn't IU. It could be someone who just so happens to look a lot like her. But that's impossible. She's even wearing the same cute pink and white outfit and she wore as she was performing. Her skirt is a many-layered, ruffled work of art, like a fancy wedding cake, and atop of her head sits a small, not at all practical hat. Her arms and legs are bare, exposed to the elements. She's not wearing a very tall, impressive pair of heels to make a loud clacking sound with every step. It was hard for me to see her clearly during the concert, given I was so far away from the stage. IU was nothing more than a blur, barely visible over the heads of thousands of fans. Now, however, she's standing impossibly close to me. She's only a few feet away, on the other side of the street. She feels less like an incredible, untouchable idol, more like a regular human being. Which, of course, she is. This is a euphemism to something, dude. IU might be beloved by millions of people across Japan, but she's not infallible. She doesn't have magical powers, and she's no goddess to be worshipped like an altar. There's something I'm missing here. She's just a regular girl. Without those heels of hers, she'd probably be pretty short. She's less impressive now, on this wet, windswept street, and then she was on the stage. But she feels more approachable. I was just lamenting my inability to take I used photo 5 minutes prior, but I thought I failed my assignment, but this could be my lucky break. If I ask nicely, maybe she'd pose a pic for 2. My career would be saved! IU! Hey, IU! I don't know if saying hey IU is the right way to address a famous celeb like IU, but neither do I care. These photos aren't going to take themselves. Oh, that's ugly stare. Huh? IU pauses. She turns, lips pursed from a confused frown. The moment I see her face, the air is knocked out of my lungs. It's definitely her. There's no one else it could be. This is the idol who's captured millions of hearts since her official debut. This is the idol seen in magazines, on the TV screen, and plastered all the billboards all over Tokyo. It's the same idol I saw, albeit begrudgingly, as she performed on stage, bathed in a sea of lights. I can't let her go. The future of my career is riding on this. I don't want to be fired. IU! Whoa. She looks exasperated or pissed. What? He takes a step back, alarmed. Who are you? Don't come any closer to me, you creep. I'm carrying pepper spray in my bag, and I'm not afraid to use it on a mongrel like you. That's fine. You can pepper spray me or call me a mongrel or anything you want. You can even ask me to bow down to your feet. Anything's fine, as long as you take your photo. Okay. A photo? You mean like an upskirt photo? Are you some kind of pervert? No, I'm not. I'm just a humble photographer. I want to do my job. Please, why don't you pose for me? He doesn't sound moved by my cries. If anything, she looks downright disgusted. She wrinkles her nose. Whatever happened to appreciating all her fans, huh? She takes a few more hurried steps back. Leave me alone, you virgin loser. I'm not interested in posing for a so-called photographer like you. But IU, please, listen. No, back off or I'll call the police. I mean it. You're nothing more than an insect to me. I have no claims about squashing you. Leave me alone. But I don't. The promise of maybe not being shouted by my irate boss, or indeed fired, is too heady a holy grail for me to pass up. I take another steps forth. Ayu tries to retreat, but I'm faster than she is, and she's wearing a very high pair of heels. Ayu totters. She teeters. She looks like she's going to fall. She opens her mouth, alarmed, and a high-pitched squeal emits from her lips. Okay, not doing that. Ayu, wait, hold on! You might have called me a Mongol and a bug, and it's true, I have no fond feelings for her music, but I still want her to get hurt. I need to try and help her, damn it. And so I throw caution to the wind. I dive forward, seizing Ayu's wrist by my arm and pull her teetering body against mine.
What are you?
Ah! Unfortunately for me, gravity's a harsh mistress, and I'm able to resist her. I fall over backwards, Ayu's prone body pressed against my own. I grip my teeth together, ready for impact. As I fall, time seems to slow to a trickle. The seconds turn into minutes, which turns into hours. And then there's the ground. And then, with a loud thud and a worrying crunch, I collapse against the cold gray sidewalk. Ugh. I lie there a few moments, winded, and stare up at the starry night sky. My head is pounding like the speakers at a used concert, and my back is killing me. I hope I haven't broken any bones. Gingerly, I twitch my fingertips. This should be in working order. At least, as a photographer, I think my fingers are pretty important. And then I try to sit up, but I can't. There's a weight pressing down my... English is hard, guys. I'm sorry. There's a weight pressing down upon my chest. It's... guess. Take a wild guess. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Ayu. Famous idol Ayu. Aiki Ayu, Japan's beloved sweetheart, sitting astride me like a cowgirl. Her legs are spread, her thighs pinioning me in place while her skirt is all rumpled up. She holds on her head, wincing, as she tries to gather her bearings. She looks dazed and confused, but I don't think she's hurt. I was able to shield her from the worst of the fall. I took the full brunt of the pain for her sake, all to protect her pretty face, and I'm glad it worked. I want to look at photos of a famous idol with a bruised eye and a split lip. I get word of trouble if I try to publish pics like that. Speaking of taking photos. Shit. I almost completely forgot my bag slung across my chest, filled with expensive top-of-the-range equipment. I didn't buy that equipment myself. It was on lease by my company. My boss always warns me before I head off to my assignments to take care of the expensive camera with the lenses he trusts me with. This equipment was worth more than your life. If you break it, I'll break one of your arms. Do you understand? Ogasawara. Damn it! The words force my way out of my chest. My lungs feel constrained by both of my mouthing anxiety and the weight of a used body. I haven't checked inside my bag yet, but I'm ready for the worst. The crunch sound I heard as I fell over. What if that wasn't my skull crumpling inside of like a paper plate, but all my equipment? My camera's broken, it'd be impossible to take a pic of you, even though she's right in front of me. I screwed up yet again. My boss will be pissed off. Why'd I have to come over a shivwreck and act like Critical Junction? My job's on the line as it is, without wanting destruction on my company property over the list of my sins. I may be attractive, but she isn't worth this much trouble. Now I want nothing more to drink myself into oblivion. Can you just get off me? Hey, you. Blink up at you. A pretty face swims before me, rendered vague and hazy thanks to my pounding headache. I'm sorry about all that. I know you might be in a state of shock, but you want to get off me. It's hard to breathe, you see. Ayu doesn't reply. She just stares at me, her eyes blank and unseeing, her mouth slack. Her soul isn't escape her body, is it? Has she gotten in a state of catatonic shock? Since I use an idol, and a popular one at that, she must be bound by quite a strict contract. Most idols aren't allowed to spend much time with members of the opposite boink. This could be opposite if she was... Could this be the first time she's been so close and personal with a man? A man who isn't her father, I mean. That might explain why she's staring at me so intensely. She looks like she just clapped her eyes over an extraterrestrial. Damn! I curse once more. My head and my lungs are on fire. As if it wasn't bad enough, I've potentially broken the lens of thousands of yen worth of camera equipment, and it's beginning to look like I might have broken Ayu too. If only I reached out to grab her because I wanted to help. I was trying to spare her from sustaining too much damage. Never meant to cause her so much harm. Can't let myself panic. If I do, I might star Ayu even more. I need to be cool, calm, and impersonal like a doctor. Though, given the circumstances, that's quite a tall order. The weight of Ayu's body is pressing against me. I can feel the warmth of her skin through my clothes. not to mention the fullness of her thighs. Her lips are pursed and her cheeks are dusted with red blush. She looks utterly delectable, much like the fake strawberry that adorns her tiny top hat. I don't think much of Ayu's singing voice, but I can finally see, in painfully clear detail, why she's so enduringly popular. She's insanely good looking, and like another celebs, who hide it behind extensive photo editing, she looks much better in person. She smells good too, kind of like strawberries. The cool wind runs through Ayu's hair, wafting her scent towards me. Her unique aroma fills my nostrils and my body consumes my eyes. Her body consumes my eyes. Sorry. Now, my five senses know nothing other than Ayu. The hardness and coldness of the sidewalk melts away, as does the throbbing back, the pain in my back and my head. All of a sudden, it doesn't matter that I can't breathe. I want this moment to last a lifetime, but that's hardly practical. If anything sees us like this, we're done for. Ayu's reputation will be in shreds. Unless, of course, she claims that I molested her, then I can forget about my work-related woes. I'll be sent straight to prison instead. Let's go! Fuck, this is bad. I need to try and wriggle my way out of this position, or things will get bad to worse. Ayu, please. We can't stay like this. Not in the middle of a public street. I don't want to sound rude, but would you mind moving? For both of our sakes? Ayu breathes heavily. Her voluptuous chest rises and falls, and her thighs cinch above my waist. Rather than extracting herself from me, she's gripping more intensely than ever. Is she gonna strangle me? I hope not, because I'd rather not go out by this woman, because that would suck. Ayu, please. I try to dissuade her, but to little avail. Her fingers grip the fabric of my shirt, and then try to do something truly improbable. She begins to grind her hips again. Oh. I lie there like a pinned bug. I'm so stunned. I hardly know what to feel or think. This is... Let's save here. Well, settings, I guess. Too bad. I'm gonna do it. Screw it. Screw it, boys. We're going all in. This is incredible. If this is the perfect paragon of feminine beauty keeps rubbing against me, I want to be responsible for my further actions. She's so cute, and the little moans spilling from her mouth are to die for. Okay, nope, can't do that. I was never big a fan of you, but this keeps up, she might just convert me. After this over and done with, I'll be obligated to attend the rest of her concerts. Will I have to fork out the cash to buy all her newest CDs, her merch, and tickets for her performances? It'll be hard to do that if I lose my job, though. It'll be even harder if I get sent to prison. And I should put an end to this, but I'm a weak man. I'm a sinner. Ayu's undeniably good looking, and she's more appealing than ever when she isn't talking than that annoying high-pitched voice of hers. Her moans. I can't do that again. They're so sexy, it should be a crime. I want to feel more of Ayu's perfect body against mine. What have I done? I want to hold her. I want to kiss her. Ayu blinks. She's looking down at me, and her fingers still curled by the fabric of my shirt, and her lips pursed. Her eyes don't look glassy as they did before. It looks she's still blushing. Her brow was furrowed. She doesn't look like she's enjoying herself. In fact, she seems downright pissed. You. Yes, what is it? You. You pervert! And I get crapped on. Yeah, I got shit on. Ayu slaps my cheek, and she slaps so hard my teeth rattle and starts to explode behind my eyelids. That's, probably gonna leave a mark. Damn, now she has the right side of my face throbbing. What a nice way to cap off the night.
I can't believe you take advantage of me like that, out in the open. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're the absolute worst.
I've done nothing wrong. Ayu pushes herself off of me. She gets to her feet, still teetering in her heels, then glowers.
Your mother would be ashamed if she could see you right now. You're less than an insect. You're even less than a worm. You don't even deserve on the same planet as those worthy creatures. Okay. At least worms and ants and spiders help the environment. They're part of the ecosystem. But you're just a waste of space. You don't deserve to live. Why don't you just die? Better yet, I'll kill you myself. I really will kill you.
He doesn't try to help me to my feet. Instead, she spits vitriol at me, even more corrosive than the harshest of chemicals. I try to get up, but he doesn't make it easier for me. Slapping my face was enough to satisfy her righteous rage because she kicks my shin. I stagger back, hissing, double over with pain. Damn it! My used heels are very sharp and pointed. Being kicked by them hurts! At least I use hatred. It helps ease my raging passions. I don't feel turned on anymore. Instead, I feel pained, upset, and confused. I wasn't trying to take advantage of you. You fell and I went to steady you. It's because of me that you didn't hurt yourself. Can you at least thank me for that? Thank you? You stares at me incredulously. Why should I thank you? I would have never fallen if you haven't called out to me, you moron. Well, I guess she's not wrong about that. That's 1 point to you. Besides, I bet you wanted me to land on top of you. You're practically throbbing with anticipation. You're the worst, and I never want to see you again. You're lucky that I'm not going to call the police on you, you sick fuck. What is going on? Never talk to me again. That is an order. Wow, that was just rude. I use swings and turns and marches off. She mutters to herself all the while, her arms swinging back and forth like a soldier's. I'm not sure what she's saying exactly, but a few choice bits and pieces of her angry monologue filter back to me on the cool breeze. Loser. Who do you think he is? Attractive or anything? Not my type, so... Like that before. Must be a trick. Don't let him get the better of you. There's nothing special about that guy. I don't move. I'm so stunned by my unexpected encounter with Aida that I can only stand there, mouth agape. What about the camera, dude? It's fucking broken, probably. It's only after a few minutes that I've elapsed and Aida has faded from the view that I finally turned to my senses. My head's still throbbing and my back aches, but I don't think I've broken anything. That's something to be thankful for, at least. But the same can't be said for my camera. Shit. I take one cursory look inside my bag and wish I hadn't bothered. There's no two ways about it. My boss is definitely gonna kill me. I guess I can drink my sorrows away next episode. So, everybody. Wow, what a time to go back to my roots, right? So, everybody, my name's been Avarice Puma. Tune in next time for the next episode of Sakura Succubus, everybody. So, stay safe and take care of yourselves out there.